Happy holidays, everybody, and Tony here with a tribute to a Christmas special from a Disney cartoon I have been loving and enjoying ever since I was a little boy. I'm talking about A Kosher Christmas from Pepper Ann, which aired on December 18, 1999. This episode was directed by Brad Goodchild and it was written by Madeline Paxson. I've been loving Pepper Ann ever since I was a 9-year-old tuning into the Disney Channel because of just how vivacious, brilliant, quirky, and absolutely awesome all the characters were. And I also loved the trials and tribulations that Pepper Ann had to go through growing up as a tween. This show had a lot of nostalgic value, all thanks to the show's characters as well as the madcap adventures Pepper Ann gets herself into. Not only did I love Pepper Ann and her quirkiness and her overall vivacity, as well as how high-strung she could be, as well as her conscience in the mirror, who often serves as the voice of reason, but I also enjoy Milo Kamalani's sincerity and his genuineness as a person, as well as his hippie mindset, and Nikki Little's intellect, great articulation, and just how much of a prodigy she was. These three were my role models growing up, and without them, I would not be the person that I am today. But it's not just them that I enjoyed. I also looked up to the likes of Sissy, Trinket, Dieter, Pepper Ann's mom, Lydia, her aunt Janie, her kid sister Moose, Craig Bean, and even all the teachers in Hazelnut, especially that of the drama teacher. She was definitely the boss. Pepper Ann's cavalcade of colorful characters as well as quirky plots managed to make me tune into this show nearly every single occasion because of just how much it was brimming with that life and energy that I love so much about the show, and just how much nostalgic value it has. And to this very day, I continue to find time to watch some episodes of the show, which still manages to bring a huge smile to my face. And this particular holiday special, A Kosher Christmas, is quite the hilarious, fun, and enjoyable ride that I had. Sure, I did make a tribute to yet another holiday special in which Christmas and Hanukkah play a great role in the form of As Told by Gingers and Even Steven holiday special. But while that particular holiday special was tackled with heart, sincerity, genuineness, and a whole lot of depth, A Kosher Christmas was hilarious, fun, and it managed to leave me with a lot of good vibes from beginning to end. The main highlight of this particular holiday special is Pepper Ann's dilemma between choosing Hanukkah and Christmas, but she loves celebrating both because that's also part of growing up in an interfaith family, given that her father and his side of the family are practicing Christians who celebrate Christmas, and that her mom, as well as her side of the family, are Jews celebrating Hanukkah. This even comes to a head where Pepper Ann ends up doing both Christmas and Hanukkah for the winter pageant, even though it is going to be a major challenge for her to perform both of those roles. The holiday stress doesn't stop there, as Lydia is preparing for the Hanukkah feast, and Milo is weaving baskets in order to help his mom, as well as Nikki getting herself into a lot of charity work, which also proves to be very tough on her. So with all this holiday stress coming underway, this also leaves Pepper Ann to deal with so many activities, from preparing her lines for the upcoming winter pageant, to being completely torn with her interfaith identity and having a hard time navigating around it, to the gloriously hot mess of what happened to her during the winter pageant. Just as she was about to step on stage as the menorah alongside Pete Snowflake, she manages to perform her lines well, but that is until she ends up bursting into singing the 12 Days of Christmas instead of a traditional Hanukkah song, in which she ends up embarrassing herself. And I felt rather sorry for Pepper Ann in this moment. It doesn't help matters that she overhears both of her parents stating that she has to choose after her maternal grandma ended up ventilating, thus leading Pepper Ann into a much bigger dilemma of what she has to choose. She does consult both of her parents, and inspired by her mom, she manages to make a list of the good things Christmas has to offer, as well as the good things Hanukkah has to offer. And with all of these activities that Pepper Ann has been doing, from celebrating Christmas with her dad alongside her paternal grandmother, and partaking in the Hanukkah festivities alongside her mom, her Aunt Janie, as well as Moose, being ping-ponged between both of them, Pepper Ann realizes that both of them are really good holidays. She even tries to consult with Nikki, who is just so fed up that her efforts in terms of charity are almost all for naught. But it seems that Milo has a lot more luck when he makes good friends with 3 men who were laid off work, and he even gives one of them a muffin. Pepper Ann even tries to ask him, but she ends up going this alone. And this is my favorite scene in this entire holiday special. Just as the cloud tells Pepper Ann to choose, as well as a squirrel and a swing, we have an anthropomorphic menorah and an anthropomorphic Christmas tree coaxing Pepper Ann to choose between Hanukkah and Christmas. And the menorah and the Christmas tree end up having a sing-off. It also helps that Maurice LaMarche as the menorah and Jeff Bennett as the Christmas tree managed to work really well off of each other, thus showing not only their great acting chops, but also their singing skills. It just makes me feel so happy and so elated to see these 2 great voice actors have a pop at each other in terms of which holiday is the better one. And I can certainly tell that Maurice LaMarche and Jeff Glenn Bennett had a lot of fun with their banter as the menorah and the Christmas tree. Not wanting to be torn apart anymore, Pepper Ann has decided to come clean to both of her parents, and she states that she chooses both Christmas and Hanukkah, and she loves to celebrate these 2 equally. Her parents accept that, but here's the big twist. The reality of what Lydia stated in terms of her choosing something was all related to Pepper Ann's maternal grandma when she was hyperventilating, and they were choosing doctors for her condition. This also leads Pepper Ann to hyperventilate and even conclude her holiday report for social studies of what the holidays mean for her. Interspersed with her report was the reporter Sherry Spleen barging into school stating that there is a notable young citizen who has given to charity. Just as Nikki thought that she was about to be that citizen, it turned out to be Milo. As for his good deed, he ends up getting a lei and a trip to Hawaii with his family. But Milo's conscience does get the better of him, as he states that Nikki has worked just as hard as he did to bring in the holiday cheer. And here was something that made me love Milo even more as a character. The mere fact that he stated that Nikki was not just his friend, but his family, was just something that made me say, rock on, man, rock on. And he also earned a lot of my respect. And even Pepper Ann joins in this nice reunion of Milo and Nikki stopping their bickering. And she even states that she's a part of their family too, which she gladly is. And the episode ends happily with Pepper Ann's family, Nikki, and even Milo and his dad enjoying their time in Hawaii, as well as the Christmas tree and the menorah having a round of golf with the Easter Bunny, which was an absolutely sweet ending to finish off this wonderful holiday special. A Kosher Christmas was truly a blast to watch from beginning to end. There were a lot of laughs. There were a lot of good vibes flowing through this particular episode. I had a great time, and it also had a great amount of heart, thanks to the importance of not only both Christmas and Hanukkah, but how both of these holidays symbolize the importance of family. In fact, that was what Pepper Ann found out. Both Christmas and Hanukkah, let alone any other holiday celebrated by different cultures, are all about the family and the importance of having family by your side. And for that, I salute this holiday special for not only making me laugh with glee, but also making me feel absolutely elated from beginning to end in terms of its age-old message about the closeness of one's family being the absolute pinnacle of the holidays. And for those of you who enjoyed A Kosher Christmas from Pepper Ann, what'd you think of it? Did you feel that Pepper Ann's story of choosing between Christmas and Hanukkah was involving and even fun to witness? Did you also consider that sing-off battle between the Christmas tree and the menorah to be absolutely hilarious, all thanks to Jeff Bennett's and Maurice LaMarche's wonderful vocal prowess? Or did you feel like this particular holiday special was not to your liking? Comment below and let me know. Well, that's it for my tribute to A Kosher Christmas from Pepper Ann. Tune in much later where I do a tribute on, yes, Mikey does shave from Recess. So until then, happy holidays, everybody!